Hi guys, greetings from Austria. It's first week of our 8 week challenge. Unfortunately, as most of you know, I'm away this week, so just bad timing. Not so unfortunate for me, I'm skiing in Austria, but I am disappointed I can't be with you. So I did want to shoot a quick video. So normally session one we do a bit of an orientation where I let you know about the program that you're part of, what our aims and expectations are, etc. So I'm going to film a few short videos over the next few days just to show you a little bit of insight into it. So first of all, guys, welcome along. Thank you for joining in. I know Emma's going to make you feel really welcome and kind of help you settle into the program. But I wanted to welcome you as well. So those that are just joining us, as well as those that have joined at the start of the year and are carrying on onto our 8 week program. So, what the program is all about, first of all, by the way, it's probably not going to be the slickest video you've ever seen. I've got my notepad just to the left of me here, just to remind me of what I'm going to be saying. I'm just holding my phone in selfie mode. So, but congratulations, guys. You're actually part of something that, one of the things with Training for Warriors is we want to join something that's kind of bigger than ourselves. I think it really makes a difference for us making it a long-term thing. So we're actually in over 30 countries, over 230 centres, and from Monday, there's probably 2 to 3,000 people, all starting out on a similar journey of an 8 week challenge to try and kind of take control of their health and fitness. So you know you're part of something bigger, but also I hope that you'll feel that you are receiving a very personalised approach at the same time. So hopefully we offer the best of both worlds. Just want to explain a little bit about kind of what Training for Warriors is, especially the concept today of being a warrior. So we define a warrior as someone that's brave, someone that has challenges to overcome. We all have a fight, whether it's with health, whether it's with career, we've all got different things that we are facing up to, and really the definition of the warrior is to face up to those more and more, and we hopefully give you the tools and the resources to actually overcome any challenges that you've got and help you fight any battles that you're currently facing. So a few of you are probably nervous, and getting started on an exercise program is one of the biggest battles and fights that people face. So first of all, congratulations for taking that first step and coming here with us. But also, you know, I just wanted to say, don't be nervous. The problem with the fitness industry, I think, is that, you know, a lot of people are terrified about starting an exercise program, but at the same time are far more terrified by the concept of not being in control of their health and fitness, not being able to live the life that they deserve because they don't have the energy, they don't have the health, they don't have the fitness to play with the kids or grandkids and all that sort of stuff. So we're facing a real dilemma where we've got people that are terrified of the implications of not exercising and not being healthy, but at the same time are really terrified and nervous about starting out in the first place. So I really hope you've come to the right place where you can actually feel comfortable starting this journey. And I know that in 8 weeks' time you're going to be doing so more than you ever thought you could be. So thanks a lot. Congratulations. You know, we're here to help and everything else. And that's what being a warrior is all about. So a little story that kind of emphasizes this is a story. We always tell little stories in our sessions, and things that kind of signify the values of what we do and hopefully give you motivational messages. So there's a king who kind of surveyed his kingdom and found that, you know, all the merchants were quite complacent and took things for granted. So he arranged for a big boulder to be placed on the main road into the kingdom, to give a challenge to all the merchants that were coming in. There was no other way in and out. So first merchant came along and he was faced with this barrier that he couldn't get round. And what did he do? He actually packed in, turned round, went home, said, I'll try again another day. Second merchant came along, exactly the same thing. Third merchant came along and was disappointed he couldn't get to work, he couldn't earn, he couldn't feed and look after his family. So he thought, I need to find a solution, I need to face up to this challenge. So he looked around, he tried to push it, he couldn't move it, and eventually he found a big lever. As you know, if you use leverage, you can exert a lot of force and move objects that maybe you couldn't do without that leverage. So that's our first lesson. What we hope to be is that the leverage for you to help to overcome any obstacles. Now, as the merchant moved the boulder out of the way, he found a bag with a note and a load of gold from the king that said, "Congratulations, you're the first person who, when faced with an obstacle, instead of turning around and walking away from it, has tried to overcome it. And you've succeeded, therefore you should be richly rewarded." So the moral of the story is, if you actually turn around and walk away, then things won't change. You won't necessarily always have the resources to overcome all the obstacles and challenges yourself, and that's what we're here for. So use us as much as you can. If you have problems with your nutrition, if you have problems with your time, if you have problems with your workouts, if you've got any injuries or niggles or any of these things that naturally occur, we're here to help you overcome them. So please help us and let us be the leverage to help to remove any obstacles that you face along the way. So that's our lesson. The other lesson, though, in that is how rewarding it is to overcome those obstacles. And actually, I think that what you will receive from taking more control of your health, fitness, energy levels will be far greater than the bag of gold that the merchant received. So let us be the leverage. Face up to the obstacles. Don't shy away from them, but use our help as well. Use our help and support. So yeah, that's our story. Wanted to follow that up with a little bit about what Training for Warriors is and how it's come about. So it's a system of training formulated about 18 years ago. Our founder was a guy called Martin Rooney. I discovered this program doing some training courses with him, and I wanted to integrate it into a business I was in at the time, because just really loved it. It fit in with how we were training one-to-one clients anyway, and it did that in a group setting. And fortunately, I can apply some of my PT, strength and conditioning, and physio kind of skills into the mix as well, to create what we hope is a personalized group training approach that will give you all the elements that you would get from a kind of one-to-one training environment, with a little bit of physio in there, a little bit of kind of personal training, strength and conditioning type stuff in there, but also the more powerful kind of camaraderie of the group. And obviously I like to think it's quite cost effective as well. So I really hope that you get just as much from working with us in a group as you would do from a one-to-one training session. So yeah, the system was designed though for martial artists, and it was designed to make great athletes even better. If you've heard of or seen the Ultimate Fighting Championship, that was what a lot of the athletes there were following our system. So in other words, it's a system that works. It produced great athletes. But what Martin Rooney discovered was when more and more people started using this system of training, because he published some training books and things like that, he started to get letters and emails from people that had used it to change their lives in all sorts of ways he hadn't imagined. It had given people the mental strength to overcome real serious problems and battles. For example, he was getting letters from people that it had helped them to face up to cancer and things like that, because it helped them with the mental strength. People had reversed diabetes from the physical benefits. People had lost weight that they hadn't previously been able to do, build muscle, get stronger, get more energy. So essentially improving their physical and mental well-being, to live a life that they never thought they could. So this really inspired him to expand the program and offer the program to trainers like me, who could use it with groups of people like you to help change their lives. And the reason I really got involved with it was I wanted to make a bigger difference on more and more people. So that's really what Training for Warriors is about. Yes, it developed from martial arts and athletes. In other words, it's a system that works. because if it doesn't work for those guys, they're not very patient. It has to work. That's the key. But it's a system that works, but then it changes people's lives. So that's what we hope to deliver with you guys. So just a little bit about, we've covered what warrior means, but what is training? So training for warriors, and this is really important because it's not exercise for warriors, it's not workouts for warriors, it's training. Training is very, very specific. A workout is something that you do. You get tired, you might get some benefits from it, but it's just a single thing. Training is the concept of getting better. We have a saying where we say anyone can make you tired, but it's only a coach that can make you better. So we train to move better, to feel better, to look better, to have more energy, to build more muscle. It's an ongoing process. It's not just a singular kind of workout. So that's what Training for Us is about. And because of that, I encourage you to really try and embrace as many elements of what we do as possible, because training, it's important that your nutrition is correct as well, that you're trying to have better habits in terms of your nutrition, sleep, water, all these things. We're going to make all that stuff really, really simple for you, not overwhelming at all, but we do ask that you work with us to make kind of realistic small changes and improvements in your habits along the way in order to get the results that you really deserve. So that's it for today. I'll film another video tomorrow about some of our principles and values in the program, but just wanted to let you know what being a warrior is all about, and just ask you to embrace that challenge and face up to that challenge, and in particular to let us help you as much as possible. So thank you very much. Really, really looking forward to seeing you all next week. Hopefully you get the